Hello, everyone, and welcome to your yoga class. In today's gentle full body yoga class, we'll work on patience as we strengthen our legs, upper back, shoulders, and thighs. But first, hello, my name is Vanessa, and I'm a yoga therapist based in the San Francisco Bay Area. In this yoga class, we'll work up to our peak pose, Utkatasana. Utkatasana, chair pose. You'll feel stronger in body, mind, and spirit. Just remember to breathe. So get out your mats, props, and anything you like for this class while I jump outside for some yoga. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can sit on a chair if you like. Roll out your mat, sit on your mat, find your sit bones. If you're in a chair, have the soles of your feet on the floor and don't cross your legs. But if you're on your mat, go ahead and come into a half lotus. I like to talk a little bit about the sound of Om. Om as an ancient, primordial, cosmic sound of wholeness. Traditionally, it's been used for meditation, and in a more modern concept, it's at least not the concept, but the way we speak about it, is that it's a symbol for integration. So as we find ourselves in this comfortable seat and beginning to bring our thoughts and our breath to our bodies, think of this cosmic primordial sound of Om leading you into your practice today. So we'll begin our practice together with the sound of one Om. So let's inhale and exhale, starting with a cleansing breath. Let's do that a few times. Take a big inhalation through your nose and then exhale through your mouth, just letting everything go. Nice cleansing breath. So inhale through the nose and exhale with a sigh. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And inhale for Om. Just take a moment to scan your body, see how you're feeling right now in this space. And go ahead and set an intention for your practice today. It's a very, very good job of getting here. We'll be here for about 35, 40 minutes. So what would you like to gain from this practice? What is it that you need in this moment? And then let's do our best to provide that, which means I'll lead you through asanas, the physical postures of yoga, and you take care of your body while we do it. Thank you. Wonderful. So find yourself in that tall seated position and inhale up through the spine, sitting up tall, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, relaxing the neck. And exhale all the way down to your root, to your sit bones. Inhaling up, lifting up tall in your spine, sitting up straight, relaxing the neck, tucking the chin, dropping the shoulders, maybe even tilting the pelvic bone, breathing into your chest, into your belly, and then keeping this nice and tall stance and just letting the breath move through you. So finding your stillness in the posture and let the breath be the movement. Very nice. Inhale the arms up and exhale, forward fold. Maybe rocking back and forth gently here. Coming to that tall seated position, inhale the arms up and exhale to one side. Sitting up tall, inhale the arms up, exhale to the other side. And this time, inhale the arms up and interlace the fingers, your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open your chest, give a little smile. Very nice. Let's do that again. Inhale both arms up, exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands up, inhale both arms up, exhale to one side. And inhale both arms up, exhale to the other side. And this time, inhale both arms up and exhale. Interlacing the fingers behind your back, opening your chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Very nice. Inhale the arms up, coming to that tall seated position, and just reach with the right hand, reach with the left hand. Relaxing the head and the neck. Just making these little movements, finding your stretch, pausing, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale up and exhale. Twist to your right. Take a few breaths here. Finding both sit bones on your mat. And back to neutral. Inhale, both arms up. And reach. Just reach back and forth. Just bringing some movement, some warmth into our bodies here. And then pause, reaching up, dropping the shoulders, relaxing the neck, relaxing the face muscles, maybe making some noise. Remember doing that as a kid, blowing through your lips. Really relaxing the face. And inhale, lifting up. And exhale, twist to your left. And pause, hold this position. Continue to breathe. Come back, meet in center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Take a few breaths here. Remember, we're just warming up our spines. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, twist to the left. Very nice. Now coming onto hands and knees. Let's move through a few cat and cows. So, knees beneath hips, hands beneath shoulders, fingers stretched out wide, a nice sturdy tabletop. And then dropping the belly, lifting the chin, coming into our cow. And inhale, exhale, pushing your mat away, arching the back, coming into cat. Inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. And go ahead and go at your own pace. Remember, we're just warming up our spines. Inhaling and exhaling, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone, lifting the chin, looking up and pushing everything away, coming into that cat on a hot tin roof. And then also taking any movements that feel good to you, maybe pushing back in a child's pose or coming in to our low up dog. And just flowing in this movement, whatever that may be for you. Finding your own rhythm, syncing your breath with your movements. Maybe moving the hips, circling the hips. Pushing back in that child's pose, walking the hands to one side, walking to the other side, and back again. And one more time to the other side. Very nice. Coming back to our cat and cow. And then find stillness in your tabletop. We're going to take the right leg up and out. Put it right behind you. Keep the foot flexed. Heel up to your ceiling. And pulse. 1, up. Just a few inches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it up. Keep it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now you can point and flex your foot here. Maybe make some circles. Keeping that leg up. Now we're going to find our balance by lifting the left arm. Go ahead and point the toe. So you're trying to reach the wall behind you while you're also reaching for the wall in front of you. We'll hold this here for 10, 5, 4, nice, and release. Whew. Come into that child's pose. Breathe into your lower back. Relax the head and neck. Rocking back and forth gently. Coming back into our tabletop. Inhaling the left leg up. So just starting with the left leg directly out parallel to your mat. Flexing the foot so that the heel is pointing up and you're pushing the wall away with your foot. And we're going to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold it up there. Go ahead and make some circles. Point your toe. And then we're going to find that place of balance. Reaching out to the wall in front of you. Pointing your toe out like you can touch the wall behind you. Very active pose here. And release. And finding your child's pose. Letting the back round. Inhaling into your lower back. Relaxing the head and neck. And coming back to our tabletop. Let's start with the right leg out again. Left arm out. And bring the elbow to meet your knee. So inhale on the stretch. lengthening, and exhale into the crunch. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. And go ahead and do a few of these. One more. Lengthen and nice. And again, taking any authentic movement that feels good. And then setting up on the other side. Left leg up, right arm out. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And knee to elbow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And one more. And release. Push back into your child's pose. Let your chest be heavy. Take a relaxing breath. Maybe roll your head back and forth. Inhale into your lower back. Very nice. Let's come to our knees. And let's make some circles with our arms. And then taking both hands to your lower back, open the chest, looking up, smiling gently, and then coming into our seat, our diamond pose. Coming into our one pointed focus. You can place your hands in prayer pose at your heart, between your knees. And take a few cleansing breaths here. Each exhalation, letting go. Remembering your intention. Very nice. Coming back to the knees. Let's make those big circles with our arms. And then placing both hands at your lower back to protect your lower back. And just bend back slightly, ever so slightly, looking up to your sky. And then releasing, sitting up tall, and sitting back, bringing the knees together. Coming into that one point of focus, maybe looking at the tip of your nose, relaxing the head and neck, lowering the shoulders, taking a few breaths here. Very nice. We're going to inhale the arms up, and with your left hand, take your right elbow. We're just going to stretch our triceps here. So reaching your hand down the center of your back and being gentle. Maybe you can interlace your fingers behind your back. And if you can't touch, just grab your shirt and release. Let's take some shoulder rolls. Going backward, going forward. Maybe take a few circles with our neck, our head. And then inhale both arms up and exhale. Take the opposite side now. So my right hand is holding onto my left elbow, fingers pointing down my back. If it's in your practice, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. finding that one point of focus, why you're here today. Remembering to breathe and release. Wonderful. Let's take some shoulder rolls, both forward and back, and rocking the head back and forth, whatever that may look like for you. Just making some big circles, wanting to relax, reminding ourselves to relax when we do this, right? When I make this motion, I think I'm just relaxing my muscles, right? Relaxing my face muscles. Very nice. So let's come into that tabletop again. Tucking both toes now and pushing our hips up to come into downward facing dog. And go ahead and walk your dog. Noticing how each leg feels, how each hip feels, how your toes feel, how do your feet feel. Pushing away the mat, keeping the head and neck relaxed. Inhaling the right leg up, making some circles with your ankle, your heel, and stepping that foot forward, coming up into a lunge. Taking your breath, opening the arms out wide, opening the chest, finding your stillness and your foundation, and then bringing both hands to the mat, stepping back into plank, holding here for a moment, and then knees, chest, chin, lowering down, coming up into a low cobra, pushing back into downward facing dog. Very nice. So go ahead and walk this dog. Notice how your legs feel now. Finding each hamstring. Let one heel be heavy towards your mat, and then the other. And then finding your stillness. Pushing away with your hands, keeping your hips up high. Both heels trying to reach your mat. Go ahead and inhale the left leg up. Point and flex your toe here. Make some circles. Three-legged dog. And then stepping that foot between your hands and coming up into lunge. Finding your balance. Finding something to focus on. You want to release the arms. You can do that. You could cactus them out. Or just place them at your hips. Very nice. Go ahead and bring both hands back down to your mat. Step out into plank. Let's hold this plank, remembering to breathe. Keeping the hips up. And then lowering knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And go ahead and walk your dog. And whenever you're ready, find stillness. Bend the knees, coming up high on your toes, and either stepping or jumping forward. Inhale, halfway look up. So knees or hands on the shins. Flat back. Gaze down. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Let's wrap our arms around our legs. You keep a slight bend in the knees. And just pull your chest to your legs. Relaxing the head and neck. Very nice. Feeling the fingertips on your mat. Let's lift up and sit back into our chair. So the weight is on our heels. We are able to lift our toes and sit back further, sit down. And then we're going to push up through our heels and squeeze our glutes at the top. Very nice. And let's take some twists. Let's start again at the top of our mats. Bringing the feet just slightly apart. Gonna go ahead and inhale, both arms up. Reach up to the sky, slight bend in the back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway look up. And then one more time. Starting to bend our knees. Am I in the shot here? Bending our knees. Feeling our fingertips at the mat. And then lifting our chest. Lifting our chest and sitting back. Sitting low. Trying to keep the knees behind the toes. So it might be easier to make your stance a little wider. Toes pointing out just ever so slightly. Coming into that low squat. Keeping your chest up. Arms up, sitting back low, low, low. And then pushing through the heels, pushing down and squeezing the glutes at the top. Very nice. Let's twist it out. Whew. That's a good one. Let's do that one more time. So standing up at the top of your mat. Maybe we'll go ahead and widen our stance here because we know that we're gonna want that to be our stance to be a little wider, a little more sturdy. Inhale, both arms up, reaching up to the sky, stretching with one arm at a time, and then finding your stillness. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. And go ahead and dangle here for a moment. Just let the hands, the fingertips, sweep across your mat in front of you. And then we're going to start to sit back like we're sitting in a chair. So go ahead and keep your fingertips just grazing your mat as we sit back. Again, trying to keep the weight off the toes. We're going to lift the chest and reach up with your arms and sit back. Sit low in your chair. Sitting, sitting, sitting. And then push up through the heels. Squeeze your glutes at the top. And there you go. Taking a few twists, shaking out the legs. Notice how you feel. Very nice. Go ahead and inhale, both arms up. Exhale. Fingers to your toes. And this time, we're going to sit like a frog. And go ahead and play with this. Reaching the knee down to your mat. One knee at a time. Whew. And then Bringing both knees down, but go ahead and leave the length in your soles. We're going to stretch out the soles of our feet. So finding that one point of focus, prayer pose, hands between the knees, maybe gazing out to the tip of your nose, finding stillness, and just letting the breath be the movement. And very nice. Going to go ahead and release the toes and sit back down on your heels and pick one knee up at a time. So just stretching the tops of your feet now, finding a nice stretch in your ankles. Now taking both feet in front of you, let's wiggle out our legs. So finding our Dandasana, maybe moving the flesh away from your sit bones, both legs out in front of you, flexing the feet so toes are facing you, hands by your side, shoulders dropped away from the ears. Inhale, lifting up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Finding your toes or finding wherever your hands land. Might be on your ankles. Or if you can, take your peace sign and grab your big toe. Pulling forward, pulling the chest forward. This is an active pose. Walking both hands up. This time perhaps we'll go a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, finding your toes. And making this an active posture. Finding that stillness and remembering to breathe. Allowing the breath to move through the body freely. Breathing into those places of tension. Very nice. We're going to take the left leg out. Where shall I go? Left leg out slightly. So if you're just working with one mat, just slightly outside of that one mat, and then bring the right foot into your center. We can pause here, do a little rocking the baby, and then placing that foot at your core, looking out over that outstretched leg. Inhale, sitting up tall, and exhale, reach out over that leg, finding your big toe with your peace sign again, and remembering to breathe. Inhaling into any places of tension, sending some love, some care. Walking both hands up. Inhale. We're going to twist to the right. So left hand on right knee, looking over, chin looking over your right shoulder. Coming into a full twist here. And breathe. Very nice. Release. Let's do that on the other side. So taking the right leg slightly out to one side of your mat, bringing that left leg in. Let's find our rocking the baby. Woo. Sometimes it is easier just to bring the other leg in so you have a better foundation to rock this baby. We're going to bring that foot to the center of our body and then look out over our outstretched right leg and sitting up tall, inhaling up and exhale, forward fold. Peace sign, peace fingers around big toe. And remember to breathe. Very nice. Release. Inhale up and exhale. Twisting to your left. So right hand on left knee, chin looking over left shoulder, and breathe all the way up your spine, and exhale all the way down your spine to your sit bones. Noticing where your breath goes. Release. Very nice. Let's come all the way down to our mats. Let's first keep our knees bent and just touch our heels lightly with the tips of our fingers, palms facing down on the mat. And we're going to inhale and push the hips up, pushing the hips up, and interlacing the hands behind your back. So squeezing the shoulder blades together and pushing up with your hips, really pushing away with the soles of your feet. Nice. And coming down, let's take the right leg over the left. So right ankle on your left knee, and then bringing the left leg up to squeeze. And inhale into your right hip, coming into a nice supine hip opener. Just breathing into that hip or any other place of tension. Remembering not to do anything that hurts, but a little tension is okay. I'm just going to breathe into it. So let's find our bridge pose again. So bending both knees, both soles of the feet on the mat, palms down, and then inhale. Push the hips up, and then interlacing the hands behind the back, pushing the hips up, push up. Chin might be at your chest. And remember to breathe. Holding here. 10. Pushing up. Don't let your hips sag. Remembering to make this an active posture. Remembering to breathe. And release. Very nice. Bending the left leg, having the left knee on the left ankle on the right knee, and then squeezing that right leg to your chest. Nice hip opener on your left side. Inhaling into that hip as you hug your right leg to your chest. Continuing to breathe, following your breath. Very nice, and release. And one more time, let's come into our bridge pose. So setting up for bridge, and inhale both both hips. Hips up, interlace the hands behind you, pushing up, and release. Very nice. Let's take both legs now, hugging both legs to chest, rocking back and forth gently. And then stretching those legs out. Now, hands overhead. So come into a nice, long, lengthened stretch here. We're going to find our banana asana. So taking our right leg out to the right side and the left ankle over the right ankle. So starting to make a crescent moon shape. And then leaning, right, taking the right hand to the left wrist, just pulling lightly. So kind of a banana shape. Very nice. And let's do that on the other side. So taking the right ankle over the left, moving the top of your body as well, and coming into this banana on the other side. Remembering to breathe, follow the breath. And release. One more time. Let's lift the legs up and just shake. We're getting ready for our final pose of Shavasana. So you can take a moment to do whatever feels good in your body. I'm going to take a child's pose. Just rocking back and forth gently. But you can take plow or a shoulder stand. And if you're ready, you can also set up for Shavasana. Maybe now is the time to go get an extra blanket to put over you. You turn on some nice music, dim the lights. And then go ahead and find your Shavasana. Corpse pose. Palms up to the sky. Nice releasing breath. Letting everything go. Go ahead and open your legs wider than they already are, wider than you think. Take up some space here. This is your space and your time, your final posture. So wherever you are, if you're on the floor of your family room or in the yoga studio, on your bed, or outdoors like me, let's take up some space. And as the body quiets and the mind quiets, just notice where your breath goes. Go ahead and begin to notice where your breath is. Notice where your thoughts are. Notice how you feel. That is all our inner attention. And then you can start to bring some outer attention awareness to yourself. And noticing if you hear anything. What are the sounds around you? Do you feel heat, warmth, coolness, wind? And allow your attention to awaken from the internal to the external. Maybe first keeping your eyes closed still, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe you do want to open your eyes lightly. What do you see? And go ahead and take your time. Move into that tall, comfortable seated position, however you like. Whatever feels good. Taking your time. And finding that tall, comfortable seated position. Keeping the lift in the spine. Noticing how you feel. And bring hands to heart center. Let's just take a moment to remember our intentions. And if you'd like to make an intention now for the rest of your day, before we end our practice together, with the primordial sound of Om. Making that intention. And inhale for Om. Hands to your third eye. May you always see beauty, may you always hear truth, and may you always know love. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. See you next week. Bye.